Hello, friends. I hope it's Sunday today, May 4th. I hope you guys are all doing well. I was just drinking my Diet Coke, and look, it says friend on there. So I thought, yeah, we're friends, right? So today's a little bit different video. I got a package. So I wanted to open up on video because I think what's inside is pretty cool. I ordered this from the Vermont Pottery Works. Probably, no, I could be wrong. And I don't mean this in a negative way, but I probably ordered it at least a month or two ago. So, I don't even remember really what's inside. I had to look at my email to see what I had ordered. And I ordered these. I mean, it seems like a fabulous company. So anyway, I think it was Jan, my friend Jan from Canada, who turned me on to him. Wasn't it Jan? You, Jan? You see this? I know she got some stuff too. And then I'm trying to think. I can't think of her name. What is it? Darn it, Aurora. You can. I'm anyway. You probably have seen her videos. She's does a lot of pottery up in Canada too, and I'll have to put her name below because it'll come to me. But I just know her by her little sign thing now. It's getting old. I forget everything. But anyway, so I ordered this a long time ago, and if you go to Vermont Pottery Works, they're not paying me to do this, so I'm not getting any money or anything, but they have the neatest stamps, wooden stamps. It's a family-owned company, and oh my gosh, I could have spent, I had probably like $150 in my cart, and I had to put some of it back. But so we'll see how this works. I'm gonna lower you down so you can. I should try to back this up a little bit. You can see the sun. Can you believe it? This is the first time I think we've seen the sun in a week or more. It has been raining nonstop for a week. As most of you know, I was supposed to have an art show yesterday at the house, and we canceled it because it rained all day. Literally all day. It poured down rain. I still had some friends come over, and friends of friends. So I did make some sales, but we basically canceled it. My friend Maureen couldn't come because, a lot of she'd have been outside. And even though I had a tent that has 4 sides on it, it is probably 98% waterproof. We couldn't risk it, ruining all her painting and stuff like that. So anyway, so we had to cancel it. I'm hoping maybe have another one in a couple weeks or something, and maybe a Memorial Day weekend. We'll see. She's out of town for a while, but okay. So let's get this out of here. Oh, I love this kind of tissue, this paper. I can reuse this for shipping stuff and wrapping stuff up when people buy stuff. So where's that? Let's get that out. Oh my gosh, this is big. Look at that. I didn't realize that was so big. And I guess that's it. I thought I guess the stamps I got are little. Okay, so let's close this back up. I'll try to put this to the side so the cats don't get into it. So let's do the little one first. I'm going to try to lower you down just a little bit more. I was so excited when the sun came out before. So they do Vermont Pottery Works by Elaine Diamond, textured rolling pins, stamps, and templates. Oh, yeah, they had beautiful rolling pins. Nice little box. Goodness sakes. Oh, okay, yeah. So, look at that. So I do a lot of, if you follow me, you know I do a lot of pumpkin drawings and pumpkin stuff in the fall. So I thought this would be a cool way, I'm going to get the little stamp on the back. I thought this would be a cool way to stamp it in the clay and then cut it out and put it on pumpkin plates. And, you know, I've got the big tall pumpkins I do. Because I really don't like cutting out the leaves. I don't know. So that, I really like that. And look at this. Oh, this is really pretty. Look at that. Now these are to show you on my hand. I got monster hands, but got my dad's hands. But that'll give you an idea. Oh, there's Charlie. Hello, Charlie. So that's how big they are. This is probably like, say I got a ruler here. What, you want to go out? Hold on. Let me get this big baby out. What, you want to go out? Hold on, honey. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Chris, you have to check on Charlie. My husband left the gate open, so Charlie's out there running free, which isn't, he should come back. We got an electric fence. Okay, so this is about 1.5 inches. It looks like 2 inches, but no, it's not. It's about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So anyway, but look at this. Oh my gosh. So this is 3 inches. So isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So what I want to do with these is stamp them in the clay and then put a little hole here in the top and make pendants. Or necklaces, you know, crosses to wear. Because, you know, it seems big right now, but remember this is gonna shrink. So I think the white clay that I use has 11 to 12% shrinkage. So that's beautiful. I can't wait to try that. I actually have some clay here to try it. And of course, I had to get the Acorn. So that's probably only about an inch. Yeah, I really like that. And look how thick they are. So, I mean, they're made, you know, really well. Well worth waiting for. And then this red bird. Isn't that cool? Look at the detail on that. I can't wait to try that out. I'm not sure. I was kind of thinking this was a little bit bigger. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use that yet, but I got to think about that one. Anyway, but yeah, that's a lot of detail and really, really, really nice. So this is a template to make mugs, and they had a whole bunch of different kinds, and they were really neat. Now, I believe these are supposed to be oiled first with like not like Wesson oil or canola oil or olive oil. Use like a mineral oil. If you use like Wesson oil, canola oil, you know, whatever kind of oil, it'll get sticky. The wood won't absorb it. It'll just get sticky and gooey, and it could ruin your piece, your stamp. So just use like a mineral oil. Let's see what this says here. So yeah, Vermont Pottery Works. They're located in Morristown, Vermont. So it says It says when you're done with them to wash them with a very soft toothbrush under running water. Once the plank is dry, rub some mineral oil into them every 3 to 6 months. Linseed oil is not recommended as it hardens and can clog the delicate, intricate, carved areas. Yeah, so no linseed oil either. Okay. So that makes sense. And then just a couple, tag us in a photo. Huh. Snap, tag, and share. Specializing. So yeah, they specialize in textured rolling pins, textured planks, stamps for clay, and templates. All the designs are original by Elaine Diamond. They have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. So, wow, that is just beautiful. Wow. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, look how thick that is. I'm going to stick this on the back so I don't forget where it came from. Chris, did you get Charlie in here? Oh, there he is. Okay. So there it is. So this is the bottom of your mug. So your mug has that design in the bottom. And then this is for the walls of your mug. So let's see here. Got some clay. I like to, if I can back you guys up a little bit so you have a little bit wider view. Oh, let's see here. If I go back too far, we'll hit the kitty cats. The kitty cat is in his box, sleeping. There we go. Hang on, I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to move this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Behind these, behind my camera here is the boxes where the kitty cats sleep. Hi, Charlie. Charlie came here to say hello. Hello, big boy. His head can lay on the table now, can it? Can it? Mommy's busy, though. Yeah, Mommy's busy. Watch your toes. I don't want to run over your toes. Yeah, don't have any food. Probably looking for snacks. He's always looking for snacks now. Oh. Okay, so took me a few minutes to find my rolling pin, and this clay I've had, it's still so soft. The clay came from Kentucky Mud Works. It is Tony Beaver Cone 6 clay. I've had this for, gosh, since last year, probably last summer. So it's probably like almost a year old. Let's see. I'm missing my slab roller now. My slab roller is over on the other side of the room. I have a big, beautiful slab roller, but unfortunately, it is piled with paint stuff. One thing nice about working in clay instead of acrylics is that the cat hair will burn out. Okay, I don't know what to do with my cornstarch. Usually, let's see here real quick. Oh, here it is. See, all this stuff is somewhere. So when you stamp into clay, it's always kind of a good idea. How do you like this giant rolling pin? It was the biggest one I could find. It's like 30 It's like 35 inches long. Let's see. 24, maybe it's 24. Probably like 24 inches long. But this, I bought this before I got the slab roller. And now that I'm not using the slab roller anymore, eventually I'll probably sell it. But right now I can't let it go. As soon as I sell it, I'll be wanting it back. And now they're really, really expensive. Probably couldn't afford to buy one now. Okay. I hope you guys are having better weather than we are. Well, I can't complain now. It's looks like it's starting to cloud up again. But it has been raining here for over a month. We've had record amounts of rain, which I know a lot of people in other parts of the country and the world are having lots of rain. You know, it seems like you're either having a lot of rain or you're having a drought. Well, usually I have goodness sakes, you could see this room. I have stuff everywhere. Goodness sakes. Oh, all my acrylic stuff. But usually I have my rulers down to measure how thick. Hi, honey. Yeah, I know I'm busy though. I'm busy. Yeah. Usually I have my rulers down so I can gauge the thickness of the clay. This isn't food, honey. This is clay. Yeah, there's no food here. He thinks I got food. Yeah, you've never smelled clay before, huh? Okay, this is really... I'm going to have to cut some of this off. Where in the heck is my needle tool? I thought I was better prepared than this. Sorry. Get all my pottery tools out. It's been a while since I've seen all these. Because I got loads of them at the rec center where I work. I should take some of my stuff there with me. Let's put some of this over there. Then I'll use a piece for the bottom. But this is way too thick. So I'm going to have to roll this out a little more. Oh, look, it picked up something there. Huh, that'll probably just burn out. Some purple. Picking up some of my... I guess those are probably watercolors it's picking up, because if it was an acrylic, it would have, it would be dry. Probably spilled some watercolor. Charlie, no. He probably threw his bowl under my desk. My desk is across on the other side of the room, and he likes to throw his bowl under the desk so I can come. Oh, it's picking up a whole bunch of... So I can come over there and get it out and play with him. He likes to bark and bark and bark and bark. Okay. This is one of my favorite tools. It's an old Tupperware icing thing. They're hard to find. What I ended up buying in place for my pottery class is you just go to the auto store, like where they sell oil and filters and all that kind of stuff, and they have these yellow ribs for Bondo on cars, and they're perfect for hand building and compressing large pieces of clay, and you can get a 12-pack for like $6 or $7. So we use those all the time. That's at class. I hate to spend too much money on pottery tools where I work because they disappear. I think people, you know, when they dump out their wheel stuff into the garbage, I think a lot of them end up in the garbage. Okay. I don't want to add any water to this because I don't want it to stick. And it's fairly soft. You know, I do have a concrete board. If you're trying to make things to stand up and piece things together, like if you're building a house or a sculpture or anything that when you want the walls to stand up, a vase, it's nice to get a piece of concrete board. You can buy them at the hardware store, and you can buy them in pieces. I had, like a 4x8 sheet because I was going to put a shower in, but it's called concrete board or hardy backer, and it's made of concrete. So if you lay your slab on there for like 5 minutes, it'll stiffen up, and then you'll be able to stand it up better. You know, without it collapsing. Okay, so let's see. Let's lay this way. This is going to pick up all the cat hair on here. And since I have a canvas down, I don't usually work on canvas. I should have put my board down, but I think this is bigger than the board. I do have a piece of concrete board over there, but because I don't want the clay to get in this canvas and then have those toxic clay dust constantly breathing that in. So when you're stamping in the clay, you want to cover it with cornstarch. What that does is it takes the stickiness away from the clay. Now, if your clay is leather hard or something, you don't need it. But if your clay is kind of tacky, when you roll into it, the pieces of clay are going to stick to the mold, your template or your stamp or whatever, and it's going to pull part of the design back out. So it really helps to just add a little bit of cornstarch, and you don't want to add a lot because it will, wherever you see these little thick spots, it will leave an indentation in your clay. Look at that, there's already indentation there. When I first started using this, I couldn't figure out why my mugs were coming out lumpy. And then I realized that because of the cornstarch. Now, you could also probably lay a really thin piece of silk over here. Some people lay saran wrap also. I think you're going to lose some of the design though. So, okay, so let's try this. Now, I have never used one of these before. So I am not 100% how to use this. Let's see. Let's set this aside. And I think I'm going to lay this on top of here. Let's see, can I get 2 out of here? Nope. Nope, I can't get 2 out of there, so I'm just going to do it right in the middle. I'm probably doing this the wrong way. I've got... Let me get my little roller here. I love these little rollers. These are so nice for rolling in stamps and stuff. So it's good to start out with a thicker piece of clay than what you need, because obviously you're going to be rolling this into the template and it's going to get thinner. So I'm feeling where the end is here. Okay, and I'm going to try to smooth it out just a little bit because I got some, it's a little uneven. I don't like that because this would be the inside of the mug. Now I could probably take my needle tool and go around, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. I think I'm just going to flip it over. There we go. Oh, is that beautiful? Now, see, be careful when you take it off because you can stretch the design, and that's not good. Let's, I want to grab my concrete board real quick. Put my hiney back in the chair. So this is the concrete board. This is what it looks like. See, it's smooth on one side, and it looks like drywall, but it's not. And it does not work like drywall. It is concrete, so, or concrete composite. But it's got covered in dust. Oh, look at the dust. Yeah, my housekeeping skills in here aren't the best. Oh, goodness. So, oh, and the other side, it's heavy too. See how the other side has a texture? Now, if you wanted something with texture on it, you could use that side. But I use the smooth side. And I'm going to lay this down on here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom. I don't need this that big. Can't wait to take this to the rec center where I work and let people try it out. Okay, so let's see here. Although we're at the end of our session now, we only have 2 weeks left, and then so these 2 weeks will be glazing. Everything gets glazed, and then I got to put everything in the kiln, and then our classes will start up again around, I guess around Labor Day or first week of June. Oh, I probably should have added more cornstarch on this. Hopefully it comes out. There we go. So look at that. Isn't that neat? That's the bottom. So again, I'll show you up close. Look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous pattern? So, I mean, you could put this texture on here and then use it for anything. I mean, you could double this up and make a high, container to put your whisks and spoons in for your kitchen, like kitchen utensils. You could wrap this around a form, 2 of them, make a bowl. I mean, a platter. I mean, you know, it's not just because you've got, you know, it's for a mug. You can use this for anything. I can't remember what I paid for it. It wasn't cheap, but you know, when you're paying for quality stuff and it's handmade, you know, I mean, it's worth it. It is worth it. I'm trying to get. I usually have. Here we go. Oh gosh. These old toothbrushes work great. I want to I got to get some of that clay out of there. So I will coat this with a mineral oil before I use it again. I'll clean it up really good and coat it good with the mineral oil, and it won't. By coating it won't stick as much. So there's I want to show you the bottom one. So that's the bottom. Look how thick it is. So yeah, she's got a whole bunch of different kinds. So Vermont Pottery Works. Let's see here. Oh well, let me move this over just a little bit. Let's play with these real quick while this is kind of setting up. So what you can do though, let me go back here a second. I'm going to cut this out. And like I said, I've never used this before, so I hope I'm cutting out to the edge of the ridge. I'm going to leave a little bit extra here in the end because I'm not sure when I wrap it around something how it's going to attach. I don't have anything ready, do I? So you can buy, I use these. These are, saran wrap comes on them. If you go to Uline, ULINE.com and order saran wrap. The saran wrap lasts forever, but once it's done, you can. This was like this long, and I cut it into 3 sections, and we use the other one at Dunham where I teach at. So if you can get the rest of the saran wrap off, I didn't do that to this one yet. Then it's just cardboard, and it doesn't stick at all. But I won't make you watch me peel plastic. I'll just do that later. Any hoozy. So I'll be able to stand that up and roll it around here. So let me get this off of here. And so when you're making something you want straight, I usually have a ruler, but since I don't, I'm just going to use the board, use the template board. There we go. And straighten it up. Okay. That's all I'm doing. Because when you pick it up, you're going to probably stretch it a little bit. So it's good not to really pick it up. Let me cut that out too. But so you just take this and just kind of just do that and get it back into square. There we go. I'm going to slide it down there. There we go. Okay, and then this, you could with this, I don't have them here at home. I have them where I teach. But just take a round cookie cutter and cut that out. Now, here's my sieve for my jar glazes. If you get this came from Clayscapes, a number 60. These things are wonderful. A lot of times you get glazes in it. They've been sitting on the shelf for a while at a company, and it's got oolites in it or just chunks of minerals and stuff that have binded up. You just stick this in a jar, dump your jar glaze in here, take an old paintbrush and swirl it around, and then dump out the crystals that are left or whatever, and then dump it back, wash it out, and dump your glaze back through here into the jar, and you've got a nice clean glaze. Because the glazes, you don't know how long they've been sitting on the shelf when you buy them. we go. Okay, so this one you're going to want to turn it upside down because we're using the bottom side. So you could do it, put that in the bottom of the mug this way, and that would be really cute too. But I believe it goes this way. So we're going to set that down there. And let's play with the rest of this. The rest of these stamps. I'm going to smooth these down a little bit. I don't want them. I don't know if I'll keep them or not, but I don't want them that thick. That's the problem with the big giant roller. There's no. Oh. It gets in the way. Okay, let's see here. There we go. This roller gives you muscles, let me tell you. But it gets the job done. What works really nice is just get a 2-inch dowel stick from the hardware store and just cut it into sections, and they make wonderful rollers. Because I don't really like the ones with the handles on them. Anyway, okay, so here's the red bird. Let's see how this one comes out. So you could cut this out and put this on the side of a bowl or a mug. Oh, shoot. What did you forget, Lisa? Darn it. I forgot my cornstarch. So see what happens when you forget your cornstarch? It's all stuck. Oh, I didn't oil them yet, so now I got to dig out the... See, when you do stuff on the video, a lot of times you don't concentrate. You don't think about things. Oh well. I'm going to try to get as much as I can real quick so I can show you this without ruining the mold. Okay. I can't. Well, trying to get it all out of there. Definitely oil them before you use them. Okay, I'm going to try this again. I know it won't be 100% because I'm going to have to let this dry and get a toothbrush, I think, and get the rest out. Did you guys see me doing that? Yelling in the camera, Lisa, don't forget the cornstarch. Oh gosh, it's still more in there. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. All right, where were we? Let's try this again. That's a little too much. Don't get carried away. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. All right. Oh, it's still sticking. Might be because it's still stuck where the feathers are here. You can see a bunch in there. I think what I could do is, since I didn't oil it yet, maybe put some cornstarch in the mold in the stamp. Let's try it on here. There we go. That worked better. So let me see if I cut it out. I didn't do a real good job of cutting it out, but yeah, you could put that. Look at the detail on that. It's amazing, the detail. There's the stamp. Oopsie daisy. There you go. There's the stamp, and there's the, so that's the Redbird stamp. It's not showing up very well, but there it is. There you go. But look at the detail on that. Put a little red underglaze on that. Very nice, very nice. Okay, this one, I'm going to put a little bit of water on here so I can re-wedge this. I just like to put a little water, since I've got cornstarch on it. I just put a little water on there to try to work out the cornstarch. Okay, let's do this one here. There we go. Here we go. So let's do the little acorn. There we go. This would be, I might start stamping my pots with this. I'm not sure. Or, let go. This one don't want to let go either. Oh, there we go. I think what I'm going to do is add a little bit of cornstarch on this one too. What I'll probably do is wash them off and then let them dry and put oil back on them. I think I took my mineral. I had some mineral oil. I'll have to look. It might be on the top shelf there, but I can do that later. Okay, so. Oh, whoops. I got a lot of cornstarch on here. And the cornstarch just burns out in the kiln. So don't worry about that. So yeah, so you could use this as an applique on anything or as a stamp. Where'd it go? Oh, there it goes. Oh, got the dropsies today. Yeah, look at the detail. Yeah, I really like that. And you could put a little hole up here and make it a little pendant. Keep dropping it. Very cute, very cute. I'm going to dip this piece here. It's full of cornstarch in the water. Shake it off and lay it over here. When I'm doing hand building, all the little tiny scraps, I usually dip them in water and I put them in a pile. And then when I go back to re-wedge them to use it, the clay isn't all dried out. Because I don't like to recycle clay. I try to use what I got out that day. I don't have a big studio, so I don't want the mess. There you go. Look at that. A lot of detail. A lot of detail. Let me cut that out real quick. I don't know what I'll do with them, but... So a better way to cut this out would be this little tool I got from Bill Van Gilder. I love this thing. This is, you can also use a cheese cutter, cheese slicer, but this came from VanGilderPottery.com. I don't know if you can see that or not. But I've got one here and one at where I work. What's nice about these is, you know, the needle tools are so thick, they kind of pull it. But when you cut it out with this, it gets a very nice, clean cut. And you can get into little details and not ruin your design. Let me wash that clay off. Oops, I just dropped a piece. I kind of messed up. I'm not taking my time. But you can really... Molly's got something? Does she have a mouse? Oh, dear God. The hunter. Jeez. I may have to stop the video if she's got a mouse. Does she have a mouse? Jeez. Lordy, lordy. Oh, these cats. I may have to take a break here. Does she have a mouse? She's got a bird? A bird in the house? Oh, gosh. Okay. Hold on. Oh. All right, I am back. She had a little baby bird in the house. So I rescued the little bird and took it outside, and it flew away. So I don't know how the bird... We have a little greenhouse that's hooked to our house, and it's vented at the top because I had my kiln in there. And I guess the little bird came through the crack at the top. And we've had birds in there before, and but she doesn't usually get them because they stay up high. But thank goodness it was okay. Never a dull moment at this house. Now Molly's our one cat. If you don't follow me, you don't. Might not know about the kitty cats. We have two cats, Molly and Millie. And Millie's sleeping in a box here, but Molly, she's the other one, and she is a hunter. And she is constantly on the hunt for mice. We have a slab house, so somehow we get little mice in here sometimes. And, she's always on the hunt for a mouse. There's the cross. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. I really like these. So much detail. Very well made. And what's nice is the indentations in here are very deep. I don't know if you can see that, how deep they are. Sometimes you get wooden rolling pins, and I bought one from a very well-known place. And the grain of the wood underneath was so strong that it left that wood grain on my imprint, which I didn't really like. But these are very, like I said, look how thick they are, and they're very, very well made. That's really nice. So let's see if I can cut that out. I saw the mommy out front, the mommy bird, looking for the baby that fell into the greenhouse. So hopefully they'll be reunited, because I didn't see where the little birdie flew off to, but he looked fine. Not sure what kind it was. It was brown with a little bit of yellow on the head. And there was a birdie out front that looked more grayish, like maybe a little wren, something like that. We do have some yellow finches around here, but I don't think it was a yellow finch. But we've got some bird nests around here. The poor birds would never live because we had snakes too. I think I have a video here on my YouTube channel of some of the snakes we ran across. One time I was in the shower, and I guess my son had left the door open in the back here a little bit, and he comes running in the shower that there was a snake in the house. Thank God it was a baby snake. I was able to catch it under my pottery table over here and set it free. But last week, I came home from work, and I walked on our back patio here, and I see the cat sitting on the back patio. Now, our cats do not go outside. They are indoor cats only. We live on a very busy street, and we have coyotes, and bad things would happen to them, for sure. So, our cats are not allowed outside. So I come home, and I look at my back patio, and there's Millie sitting on the back patio. I about had a heart attack. Like, what the heck? And so I am like in a panic. And of course, then she got in a panic, and she's running back and forth, trying to get back in the house. But we'd closed the door because we didn't want Charlie coming out and scaring him off. And then I look over, and there's Molly, the other cat, sitting there on the back patio, just staring at me. So we managed to get him back in the house. So we had to yell at my son to not leave, to make sure he doesn't leave the door open. Charlie, lay down. I'm not getting the ball. Lay down. Go eat your dinner. So, okay. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to put a hole in the top here. Let's see. Let's see if I can't make... You could also put a hook on the back, so somebody could hang it. I just ordered some Kanthal wire. Kanthal wire, I have heard from other people, is a little bit better with heat resistance than nichrome wire. And I have mentioned before that I had issues with nichrome hooks that I bought off of Amazon. I bought probably 200 of the darn things. And I had problems with them melting in the kiln, and not really melting, but like disintegrating, becoming very brittle, and ruined my... So when I was ruined my pieces, and ruined other pieces that people had made into ornaments and things. And I've made pottery frames, and then I put stained glass in them, and I had issues with it then. So that's why I didn't do any more ceramic frames with stained glass on the inside, because I had to figure out what the issue was. And I think I have figured it out now. So stay tuned for that video, but I've got Kanthal wire coming. I'm going to make loops out of that. Yeah, that is just so pretty. I'm going to make loops out of that and try to make stained glass frames and stained glass again, because those turn out really well, and they sell really well. But I had a hard time. I got to figure out the problem. You know, when you get a problem, you got to figure it out. So anyway, so I ordered Kanthal wire, and you could put little Kanthal wire loop in the back of this also, but I'm going to put a little wire jump ring through here and then hang that. But look at that design. Look at that. That is really, really pretty. Okay, and do I have one more? Oh, I do my leaf. Let me stamp my leaf in here real quick. So we get onto the mug, because I really want to see how that looks. Charlie has got his ball under my desk. Okay. Oh, goodness. One time, this is probably 4 or 5 months ago, one of the cats brought me a mouse while I was sleeping and threw it up in my bed while I was sleeping. So, oh my God, that Molly, she is the ultimate hunter. Let's see here. Yeah, that was a bad night. Oh gosh. Just pull the chair out, Chris. Just pull the chair out. He can get that ball out himself. My son Chris is trying to help me here, because let's gently pull this off. Oh, that's nice. I won't cut this one out, but you can see, look how nice that design is. Really nice, deep design detail. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Put those back in the box. Along with my little clay pieces here. I'm going to dip them in some water so I can re-wedge them real quick and use them for something else. There we go. Like I said, I don't want to get too much clay in this canvas. I need to. I think I took my other board to work too, though. But, okay. Oh, jeez, I'm making a mess here. I just knocked cornstarch all over. Okay. So I'm going to normally have a tool to score this. I think what I'm going to use is my cutting tool that cuts at a 45 or 90 degree or 45 degree angle. You can also buy these at I don't know where I think I got this one at Queen City Clay, but you can get them online at Amazon. That'll help me if I cut the angle, although I don't know if I want to cut I gotta be careful I don't cut the design off, but anyway. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm gonna dip this in water and wet this. Kind of scratch this a little bit here. I'm gonna try to score it and create some slip, because I don't have any slip at the house anymore. I don't really use a lot of slip anyway. If you score it good and your clay is not dry, I mean, if you're using leather hard clay, then yeah, scoring it is important. But this is not leather hard, so it's very soft. I'm going to score the bottom. Charlie, shh. Go get your ball. Go get your own ball. Go on, go get your ball. He's kind of spoiled. If we ignore him, he keeps throwing his ball into the desk, and then he barks until you come over and get it, and until you want to strangle him. One of the two, whatever comes first. So I'm going to take my toothbrush, and I'm just going to rub back and forth, and that creates plenty of slip. Some of those wire tools dig too deep in the clay, I think. I don't like to use too many of the wire tools that scratch and scratch. Okay, here comes the great white hunter. Hello, Molly. I don't know if she'll come over here or not, but yes, this is Molly. Hello, Molly. So I'm going to use this end here. If you can see that. Probably, can you see that? No? There you go. So I'm going to line this up and slowly cut that angle. Okay. Then I'm going to flip this over, and first, let's see, where'd my toothbrush go? Before I flip it over, I'm going to score it a little bit here with the toothbrush. Okay. Then I'm going to flip it over and cut it the opposite direction. And score a little bit. Hello, Molly. Molly is here, tail. She's the hunter. Okay, now let's see if I can roll this up here. Oh man, this works perfect. It's a little bit bigger than this, but I think that's okay. This is really working out nice. I am so excited. My class is going to love, my ladies are going to love this. And then, what you looking for, Molly, huh? Let's see, then I can take where's my paintbrush? So then I just use a regular old paintbrush here. Yeah. What'd you find today, huh? Oh, this is hard as a rock. Let's see here. I don't know. I think this was my clay brush. It's kind of... Anyway, what I do is I just take a paintbrush and just smooth that seam. And then once I get it on here, I'll do the same thing. Let's see the seam, how nice the seam goes together. Okay, so I did score. I gotta make sure I score the bottom here. I can set that back in later. Just gonna smooth this out. Grab my toothbrush again and just wet that a little bit. Here's the bottom. I'm gonna round it. Try to make sure it's round. Then I'm going to set this on top. So the top, so the sides are a little bit bigger than the bottom. So I'm gonna try to tap these in just a little bit. You know how you would on a wheel. Just kind of bring it in a little bit. So remember I added a little bit extra on the end when because when I first cut the length of this, I left a little extra at the end because I was going to overlap it. But then I did that, use that tool. I forgot that I had done that. So so the template works perfectly. I just left a little extra because I do, when I'm hand building mugs, I usually just overlap the sides. I don't mind the seam showing. That doesn't, I mean, I want, if it's hand built, let people know it's hand built. It doesn't have to be hide the seam and make it look like it's something they bought at Target or Walmart or something like that. So, okay, and I'm going to just tap down. This is working out really nice. I'm going to smooth, I have a crease here. I'm just going to smooth that down a little bit. Hope you guys can see okay. You're kind of far away, aren't you? So I'm just kind of smoothing down this base. Not sure why I have this crease here. It could have been the way I cut it out or the way I stamped it. So you can also take it, lay on its side, okay? You have to be kind of careful though, and roll it back and forth to try and even up those sides. Let's see if I can bring the camera in a little bit. Got so much crap sitting on the desk here. My work table. You wouldn't believe all the stuff I have piled up on here. There we go. Yeah. Turned out really nice. And turn it back over one more time so you can see the bottom. Like I said, I'm not worried about really hiding the seam on the side. I don't have a problem letting the seam show on a hand-built mug. Okay, so there's the bottom. Is that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Wow. And then I'm going to turn this over gently. And then I'm going to fix the seam on the inside. And I'm just going to use my paintbrush. Now you could put a coil inside the mug and, make the seams look real pretty. I don't usually do that either unless it's a very big bowl. I really don't think it's necessary for a mug. But now the seam on the inside, I don't really want you to see. I'll blend that in as well as possible here. I mean, if you see a little bit of it, not a big deal. The glaze will probably cover up most of it anyway. But you want it, you want it good and sealed. You don't want it coming open in the bisque firing. Okay. So now I'm going to smooth. I don't want to stretch out the rim, so I'm going to smooth. I'm going to brace the outside while I'm smoothing down the rim a little bit. And I think, if I was going to use this as a mug, I didn't cut a handle out. I don't know if I have any of my tools here. Well, I mean, you can cut any kind of handle. I think I would probably take a trimming tool. Charlie, shh. A trimming tool, like use something like this. These are kind of hard to find though. They usually have a little knife sticking out of here. That one fell out, but these are wonderful. Just take it on the inside or anything and just scrape this a little bit thinner. You really wouldn't want a mug with a lip this thick. Okay. And there we go. I'm not going to put the handle on here today. I might just use this as a I don't know, maybe pencil holder or something. Probably just take it in and use it as a demo for right now. So, and once you do it, you can always take a flower pot is good. I've got a flower pot in there too. Let me get that and show you what I do with that. So you get this round again. Kind of just tap it in. Making sure my seam is really. It's so nice to have something like this though, so that when you're pressing on the outside, you know, you're not throwing it completely out of round. But this is like so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. Let it re-round it around a little bit there. I can always trim it up and clean it up a little more later. But I think by doing that, I just stretched it out a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to take this. Chris, what's he got? Oh, okay. Gosh. Let me lower you down just a little bit. Okay, and then so I'm going to pick this up, set that aside. And so to re-round it, you just take these terracotta planters. They don't stick to it. This one's a little bit, this one's a little bit small. I usually have a couple different sizes, and I just drop them in there, and it just re-rounds it. You can do that to all your mugs. I don't know if I have a different size up there or not. I think I got two the same sizes here. I took so much of my stuff to work with me that... Shh, Charlie. Oh, you're a bad boy. You're a bad boy. Okay. There you go. And you can cornstarch the inside too, but anyway, let me try to pick this up. It's still pretty soft, but is that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to glaze that. I think I'll put like maybe some kind of a wash to really outline the designs in here. I'll show it to you when I'm done glazing it. But that is just, look at the seam. I mean, that's all the seam there is. Yeah, that is so cool. Like I said, it's Vermont Pottery Works. I may have to get another one of these from her. This was my favorite one, but she's got a, I don't know how many more she has of that. I'm definitely going to make some more of these. But here's what, I'll set this aside. But here's what it is. You can see that. That's what it is. And like I said, it's turned out so cool. So anyway, thought this was going to be a short video. But thanks for watching. Yeah, I am really happy the way this turned out. Wow. I'm amazed. I'm easily amused. Thanks for watching. If you want to see some more of my videos, hit like and share, and subscribe, that little button. And that'll help me with my algorithms and all that good stuff. So thanks and have a great day. Hope you enjoyed it. And sorry about the whole bird incident and the barking, but it's what happens in this house.